dollar with my nuts in my hand. I got a big mouth, a big gun. I get me. The fuck you mean? That's all a nigga know. I feel like nobody understand. So I'm solo dollar with my nuts in my hand. I got a big mouth, a big gun. I get me. The fuck you mean? That's all a nigga know. I feel like nobody understand. So I'm solo dollar with my nuts in my hand.
Time for the national anthem. I started this body body.
If you body,
Get 'em up.
I mean you body body.
I mean body.
We say you body body. I represent. It's 1990 Skrilla. It's Master P. Yeah, they label me a drug dealer. Cause I'm bout. I mean I'm rowdy.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Y'all are funny. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, the Two Options Radio Network. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Just perusing through this chat. Who was this? Big Apple Bastard? It could be Big Apple Bastard. It could be, several different people allegedly. Big Apple Bastard. Really, dude? Shaking my damn head. Stevie Wonder can see Hugh Freeze was set up. I saw that ninja posted something earlier that said, how bad of a day it is in sports that a guy that's willing to buy hookers for his team gets fired. Oh, no, actually, here it goes right here from that ninja. So a coach that's willing to pay players and get them newtsy on the side has been fired. Tragic day in sports. That's why your ass is on this ball penis list nominees. For shit just like that. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So if you haven't heard, man, Hugh Freeze, who's been the head coach of Ole Miss, has been fired. He's been fired after 5 years. Well, he's not been fired, actually. He actually resigned amid a scandal that we heard about yesterday. Ole Miss football coach resigned effective immediately on Thursday night, with the Rebels athletic director tells officials after they found a pattern that included phone calls to a number associated with a female escort service. In other words, hookers. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. All of you conspiracy theorists, that ninja, Big Apple Bastard in the chat on Spreaker.com. Freeze, who had about $2 million left on his contract for this year, $5 million next year, and $5.15 million for the 2019 season will not be paid going forward. Now, wait a minute. Let's stop right there. Let's add this up. $2 million this year. Now, he resigned. When he resigned, that means they don't have to pay him going forward. Okay? If they fired him, he still would have received his money. So $2 million this year, $5 million next year, that's $7 million, and another $5 million in 2019. So you're talking about $12 million that Hugh Freeze is walking away from, which is unheard of. The fact that he's doing it is, first of all, there's got to be more to this story that's coming out that's even more damaging to Hugh Freeze. Now, I would imagine the fact that he's doing this, Ole Miss will, in return, and not divulge more details or information about Hugh Freeze in this scandal. And he's actually come out and said that, I think that there are comments that he may have misdialed his phone or whatever. But no, it's way more than that. This man is giving up about $12 million if you're talking about the entire term of the contract. And it's possible they may have bought him out and had a reduced amount that they could pay him to get rid of him. But that's all you really need to know. Once university officials dove deeper into Freeze's phone records on university-provided cell phone, going back as far as 2012 when he was hired, they started finding more of a pattern with phone calls of the nature being reported about these hookers, escort service. So we'll touch more upon some of the details of the story, but let me grab a call while we got a caller up here. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
This is Tight Sigma calling from everywhere.
Tight Sigma, what's up, brother? How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, but I had to chime in on yesterday's show. Was awesome with your brother.
Man,
Awesome.
man, appreciate it, man. It was fun. I'm sorry, say it one more time. I talked over you.
That's going to be one of the greatest things that ever happened on the internet regarding radio. Is your brother's show, and you guys you just can't buy that. You can't pay somebody to do that.
Yeah, man.
But,
you know what? It felt and Ryan kept saying how he was rusty. He didn't sound rusty to me. Sounded like he hadn't missed a day, hadn't missed a beat, man. It was a lot of fun doing the Ryan Stewart Show on yesterday, man.
Ryan Stewart was Ryan Stewart. He was psychotic and unstable, just like we love.
Right.
Hey, but as far as SEC football goes, I'm over 40 years old, and if you know anything about football in the SEC, Mississippi State or Ole Miss have not won a championship since integration without cheating. I think Hugh Freeze is running from the NCAA, and he will go to sex therapy, and he'll be a head coach in less than 5 years. That's all I got. I'm gone.
I appreciate the call, Tight Sigma. Great call. All right, so y'all know the story, and I kind of give you the nuts and bolts of the story. Two things, man. One, I can't believe a man left that much money on the table, and I'm not exactly sure of the exact amount. And if there were buyouts in the contract, whereas they didn't have to pay them the entire sum if something happened or this happened or whatnot. But two things coming to mind. Great point by Tight Sigma, and I've talked about this many, many times before doing radio, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. When I was a little boy and I started watching college football, I'm probably going to say maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. I remember specifically watching a game that Ole Miss would come on, and Ole Miss wouldn't be on TV a lot. You'd probably see Ole Miss play on TV maybe one time a year. And the older I got, the questions continued running through my mind is, this team, this university, this football program, man, its fans are in the stands, and they each have their own personal little miniature rebel flag. And the older I got, I kept saying to myself, why would any black player want to go and play for that football team? When I became more conscious, when I got older and I started understanding the ways of the world. And so it always, even as a little boy or a young boy and growing up into my teens or whatever, I never could understand that. Now they've kind of gone away from that. They actually, if you don't know, Ole Miss used to give out a miniature rebel flag to their fans as they entered into the stadium. Okay, and they did this for as long as I can remember. And a couple of years ago, obviously political correctness and because really it's the right thing to do, they stopped that practice. Okay, but I never understood that. We had a homeboy, Norman Hand, who played tight end in high school, from the next town over, but he played eventually defensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints, like an all-pro type player. Fantastic player. He's actually passed away, died a couple of years ago, tragically. But Norman Hand actually played for Ole Miss, and that's something that we always wondered about. Why would you go and play for those guys? Well, because, one, they've probably been playing players just to even keep the status that they've been at all these years. But your boy Hugh Freeze amped it up. When Robert Kimdichie, the number one football player in America, so says a lot of polls at the time when he came out of high school, a kid from a local town, suburb here in metro Atlanta. When he decided to go and play for Ole Miss, I knew it. That was a wrap. I knew something was going on, and it's probably tenfold more than we even know right now because this kid was an absolute beast, and to bypass Georgia and to bypass Alabama, like all of these teams wanted him. Number one player in the country, obviously, defensive end, like 6'3", 270 pounds. They always compared him to Reggie White when he was coming out of high school, even in college. Dominated at Ole Miss, number one draft pick of, I believe, the Green Bay Packers. When that happened a couple of years ago, when that whole thing happened, I knew that they were cheating, plain and simple. So I expect there to be a lot more that comes out. Now, I'm thinking he's walking away because he wants Ole Miss to suppress whatever information they have on him. But you best believe TMZ is going to get to the bottom of this shit. They are. They are. They are. They're going to get to the bottom. Somebody, maybe not TMZ, but some news entity is going to get to the bottom of what's going on down there in Oxford, Mississippi, because there's no way possible. And you've seen this whole scenario play out millions of times in sports in general, where these contracts are guaranteed and these coaches don't walk away. It just happened with Phil Jackson. Phil basically did everything that he could do so that the New York Knicks would fire him so he could continue to get his money. Guys don't walk away from millions of dollars. Hugh Freeze, on his own free will and accord, is walking away from millions of dollars? Hell to the no. No way. No way. No way. And I'm believing, man, that there's going to be some information that comes out, man. I mean, it almost feels like that they got pictures of him with Hugh Freeze sanctioned hookers and orgies. Yeah. There's a lot more to come on this story, man. And you know what? It's almost like, and I've never seen the movie, but I've heard this saying many times. There was a line in Purple, the color purple. Something to the effect of, until you do good by me, nothing good's going to happen to you. Ain't nothing good going to happen to Ole Miss, man. Ain't nothing going to happen good to Ole Miss with all them damn rebel flags that they have in them states. And I'm sure that they fly them high in the parking lot for tailgates or whatever. That's just the culture down there. So ain't nothing good going to come into Ole Miss. Nothing good at all is going to ever come to Ole Miss. They might get, I was about to say, the death penalty. I can't wait. We got to find out more details. When we get back from the break, the other big story from yesterday, man, the juice is on the loose. Don't go away. Back in 3 minutes. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
There's no chance.